In last videos, we have discussed present tense, simple present tense, present progressive tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect progressive tense. Today, we are going to discuss past tense. Past tense, we use 4 different forms of verb to talk about the past event, action and activities. 4 different form means simple past tense, past progressive tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect progressive tense. These are 4 form of verbs we used while describing the past action, event and activities. So the first is the simple past. The simple past tense appear as the base plus ed or t form in regular verbs. For example, ask. The second form is asked, means we add suffix ed. Reach, reached, we add suffix ed. Pray, prayed. Smile, smiled. And with irregular verb, the simple past form is completely different from the base form, that is break, broke, sit, sat. While understanding simple past tense, we must keep in mind that we generally use the second form of verb with suffix ed or t in regular verb, and in irregular verbs means just as we have seen asked, we just add ed to ask and that becomes second form of verb. Ask, asked. Reach, reached. This is regular verb that can only we can change their forms by adding ed or t suffix to their base form. It is a regular verb. And irregular verbs are when we use second form of that irregular verb, the second form is totally different from the base form. For example, the break, the second form of break is broke. There is total difference. We cannot add ed, breaked. We cannot say that. We have to change total form of verb. Means we have to make some difference in changes in spelling also, and some consonant, some vowel in that particular verb form. So what is the difference between regular verb and irregular verb while making the second form of that verb? In regular verb we can change that base form into second form of verb, means past form of verb, by adding ed or t suffix. But as far as irregular verbs are concerned, we cannot add ed or t. We have to change total form of that particular verb, the base form. The second form is totally different from the base form. For example, sit is base form and second form is sat. We have to change the vowel. We have to change the spelling. Just as in break, break, this is the base form spelling of. In the second form, we have totally changed the spelling of break and that become broke, brok. This is second form. So you have to keep in mind that each and every form is not same. There are some regular verb. We can change the form of regular verb by adding ed or t suffix. We cannot add ed or t suffix while changing the form of irregular verb. We have to change total spelling of that particular form. So this is. Next point is that what is the structure of simple past tense? We have seen while discussing simple present tense, the structure of simple present tense is subject plus v1. Subject plus v1, base form of verb. Subject plus base form of verb. While we have discussed, while the subject of that particular sentence is plural, we don't need to add any type of suffix es, ies. This is the suffix that generally we add to the base form in simple present tense. If the subject of this particular sentence is in singular form, we have to add suffix s, es, ies. If the subject of this particular sentence is in plural form, we don't need to add any type of suffix in simple present tense. But as far as you must keep in mind the structure of simple present tense and simple past tense. What is the difference there? In a simple present tense, the structure of simple present tense, what is structure of simple present tense? Subject plus V1. What is the structure of simple past tense? Here is also subject plus V2. V2 means second form of verb. This is the structure of simple past tense. What is the structure of simple past tense? Subject plus V2. V2 means second form of verb. This is the structure of simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to refer to an action, an activity, or an event that took place in the past. The reference to past time is usually, not always, shown by the time adverbs. For example, she drove to Mumbai last week. Last week is time adverbial that denote the particular point at that time that particular action was performed or done. Last week, water flowed down the slope. Here is not given the time adverbial, but we can generally, the water flowed down the slope. We have just not mentioned here the time of that particular action, but after seeing that particular action, we can say in such way. The use of present perfect tells us that the effect of an action completed in the past is felt in the present, but the use of simple past simply refers to an action completed in the past. For example, someone has come to see you, someone came to see you. This is the most important thing you must keep in mind while using simple past tense. When we are interested, when that particular action was done, means we are interested in the time in the past, sometime in the past, the particular time in the past. In such way, in such cases, we have to use simple past tense. When we are interested, the effect of that particular action that has been done earlier in the past, that has been done at some point in the past, when we are interested, the effect, the relevance of that particular action, past action, at present moment, we generally use present perfect tense. I repeat, when we are interested in when that particular action in the past was done, we are interested here in the time, that particular time when that particular action was done. So in such cases, we generally use simple past tense. And when we are interested in the effect, in the relevance of that particular past action at the present moment, when we are interested in that effect at present moment, we feel the effect of that past action. In such cases, we have to use present perfect tense. For example, when we discuss the sentence someone has come to see you, it means that particular person is waiting for you, means that particular present is present there, he is waiting for you, means he has performed his action sometime in the past, but action of that particular action, the effect of that particular, the relevance of that particular action, we feel at the present. When we use present perfect tense, it means the effect of that past action is we feel at the moment of the speaking, at the present moment. But when we are only interested in the when that particular action was performed, just as someone came to see you, it doesn't mean that that particular person is waiting for you. He might have gone as you were not present at that time. But when we use present perfect tense, it means that someone has come to see you, means that particular person is present there and he is waiting for you. But when we use simple past tense, it means that that particular person came to see you, but it is not clear whether that particular person is there or whether that particular person is waiting for you. Understand? So this is the main difference between, in the both cases, in the simple past tense and in the present perfect tense, the action has been completed. Action is completed in both the sentence. When the action is complete, we generally denote that action with the help of either simple past tense or either in present perfect tense. The main difference is there when we are when we are interested, when we are denoting, when we are interested in the effect of that past action at the present moment, we have to use present perfect tense. But when we are only interested in the time when that particular action was performed, when we are only interested in that action happened, we are not interested in the effect of that particular action at the present. In such cases, we have to use simple past tense. I repeat, when we are interested in the effect of past action at the present moment, we have to use present perfect tense, because we have the relevance of that past action at the present. But when we are only interested in the action happened earlier, and when we are interested only in the time when that particular action was done or performed, in such cases we have to use simple past tense. The simple past tense usually refer to the single occurrence of the action or activity, but it can also be used to refer to habitual activity or something that happened regularly in the past. For example, the postman delivered the letter this morning. James played cricket when he was in school. This is also the most important time, as we generally we have discussed while explaining the simple present tense. When we use simple present tense, when we have to describe the habitual activity. Habitual activity means the activity that we perform or we do as a daily basis, as our habit. That is habitual activity. That is our habit. When we when we speak about our habit, we generally use simple present tense. Just like I get up at 7 a.m. Then I take breakfast. Then I prepare for the school. This is our daily habit. We generally describe that daily habit using simple present tense. In the same way, when we have to describe our daily habit in the past, our past habit, we use simple past tense. Just to describe the habit in the present moment, we use the simple present tense. In the same way, when we have to describe the habit that we had in our past life, that past habit we have to describe, we have to use simple past tense. We can use the simple past tense to describe the past habit. This is the second use of simple past tense. There are another options to describe your past habits, that is also you can also use would, used to talk about the habitual activity in the past. There is another options to describe your past habits. We generally we can say I would get up at 7 a.m. yes, इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि that was my past habits, but now I get up at 10 a.m. it is my present habit. So we can use I used to get up at 7 a.m. It means I got up at 7 a.m. in my past life, but now at the moment of speaking or at my present life, I get up at 10 a.m. So when we have to describe our past habit, we can use simple past tense, we can use would, we can use used to describe our past habits. These are some uses of simple past tense. First of all, you must keep in mind 3 points here. First point is we have to use second form of verb while using simple past tense. The structure of simple past tense is subject plus V2. V2 means second form of verb. In regular verb, we can create second form of verb by adding ed or t suffix. But in irregular form, we have to change total meaning of that particular spelling of that particular form, particular verb. Second thing you must keep in mind, when we are interested in that particular action happened in the past, when we are not interested in the effect of that particular action at the present moment. In such cases we have to use simple past tense. When we are interested in the relevance, in the effect of the past action at the present moment, in such cases we have to use present perfect tense. And the third thing, we must keep in mind that we can use simple past tense to describe our daily habit in the past. Past habitual activity we can describe with the help of simple past tense. I think you must have understood this topic. If you have some queries, please let me know on our WhatsApp group. Thank you.